kamishibai is just the box and the sticks and the stories. The performers in Japan traditionally, TV's kind of killed the art form there, but it used to be very popular, I think, after the war. And kamishibai practitioners would have their stage on the back of their bicycle, and they'd go to a temple, and you could watch for free, but if you paid, you sat in the front row and you got sweets. Yeah, and it was for kids, but our show is not for kids.
Are you also feeling maybe a little bit wild? Daijobu-yo. Oh, that perverted sound is my ass slapping around.
Went to Japan for 2 years to do the teaching English thing, and then discovered this kind of theatre. My one Japanese friend who I made was a 70-year-old farmer called Gansh, and he introduced me to a kamishibai practitioner who actually lived in our town. I basically just started the project so that I could force myself to draw for 6 months, and then Gwydion Bainan, who's an old friend of mine and a TV writer, got on board, thank God, because he's a fantastic storyteller. We imagined if a kamishibai practitioner moved into a theatre space, how would they make it work? And that's why it has the analog lights and, you know, minimal sound and that kind of stuff. The stories were developed by Gwydion and myself. The first story is an original Japanese story, and we had the artist Carlos Amato illustrate that one. And then the styles, we thought of making the piece kind of a genre piece so that the audience could get a little bit of several different things. And obviously the genre bears impact on how you write the story, how you tell the story, and how you illustrate the story. So it was quite a challenge to constantly be like, you know, you'd spend 2 weeks drawing pornography, and then you'd flip, and you'd spend 2 weeks doing Mandela collage.
A South African story. Nelson Mandela, 1937.
What is left unexplained to a certain extent is why is a South African girl doing kamishibai? A feedback that we've gotten from people, they constantly wanted to know why, and so the Nelson Mandela story was how to put it into a South African context, but then make the style very Japanese, obviously, because it's in Japanese. And the words were taken from Japanese textbook explanations of the history of South Africa.
They all lived happily ever after. The end of.